Welcome back. Today, we're diving into something super specific, but honestly, incredibly important if you're looking to buy a home with a VA loan out in Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
All right, let's get right to it. I mean, when you're in the middle of buying a home, the last thing you need is guesswork, right? You want clear, direct answers. So let's nail down that number for you.
And you know what? We're not going to make you wait till the end. For a standard single-family home in DelCo, the cost is actually super specific and really well defined. Boom, there it is. For 2026, you're looking at a range of about 600 to 625. But honestly, the number itself isn't even the most interesting part. It's the why behind that number. That's where things get fascinating. See, this price isn't just some random number an appraiser pulls out of a hat. Note, it's actually regulated by the Department of Veterans Affairs itself, and they do it using something called a fee schedule. It's basically a form of consumer protection. You can think of it like this. The VA is looking out for veterans, making sure nobody gets overcharged for this absolutely essential step. They set a hard and fast price ceiling. So, to bring it back to our question, Delaware County. It falls under the umbrella of the Cleveland VA Regional Loan Center. And that is the official source, the government entity that sets the maximum appraisal fees for the whole area.
And here's a look at the official caps. So for a single-family home or a condo, the absolute max is $625. If you're looking at a manufactured home, that bumps up to $675. And for a duplex or a small multifamily place, it goes up to $800.
The key thing to get here is that this whole system is built for predictability. An appraiser could charge you less, maybe give you a bit of a discount, but they cannot, under any circumstances, charge you more than these official VA amounts for the appraisal. That's the rule. Okay, so that covers a standard house. But what happens if you're looking at something a little different? It makes sense, right? The more complex the property, the more work it is for the appraiser, and, you guessed it, the cost goes up. And you can see that jump really clearly here. You've got your single family at $625, then a little step up to $675 for a manufactured home, and then, whoa, a pretty big leap, all the way to $800 for a small multifamily place. So what does this actually mean for you when you get a quote, say, in a town like Glen Mills? Well, in reality, what you'll be quoted will probably hug that maximum line pretty closely. Most appraisers, understandably, are going to charge right up to that official cap. All right, so we've established that the main fee is kept, but there are a few little exceptions, a few specific situations that can actually change your final bill, and you'll definitely want to know what these are. It really boils down to three things. One, major property complexity. Think a custom-built house on a giant piece of land. Two, some new construction situations. And three, the one you're most likely to see, reinspection fees. For most standard homes, you won't run into this, but it's still good to have on your radar. Yeah, this one actually happens quite a bit. See, the VA has what they call minimum property requirements. So if an appraiser comes out and sees something simple like, say, a missing handrail on the stairs, they have to note it. And then, after it's fixed, they have to come back out to make sure the work was actually done. And that second trip isn't free. The VA allows the appraiser to charge a separate, regulated fee just for that reinspection. It's usually about $150. And just to be super clear, that's on top of the original appraisal fee. Okay, so let's zoom out and pull this all together. What are the absolute key takeaways you need to walk away with? Here's one of the best parts, and honestly, a lot of people overlook this. That VA fee schedule, it's not just about the cost, it's also about the time. 7 business days. That's the standard turnaround time they have to stick to for a VA appraisal in Delaware County. Talk about predictability. That brings so much peace of mind to the whole closing process, not just for you as the buyer, but for the seller too. So here's the bottom line, the big difference. With a conventional loan, appraisal fees are kind of the Wild West. They're market-based, they can go up and down. But with a VA loan, you get this amazing stability, a predictable cost, and a predictable timeline. And that is a massive, massive advantage. And that really brings us to the final question, the one for you to think about. Is the property you're looking at simple or is it complex? Because once you answer that, you can take everything we just talked about and apply it directly. It gives you the power to know what's coming and budget for it as you get ready to buy your home.